Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Today is January 27th, 2009. It's around 3:31 a.m. and I was just woken out of my sleep. So, mm, please excuse me. Um, I'm a little upset. The reason for that, besides me being woken up out of my sleep, is what I was woken up out of my sleep about. Alright. Basically, my landlord just called me. And we having some issues. Like, my landlord is a scum lord. Like, if you ever rent from a landlord and you live in the New York City area, and don't rent from a real estate company or realtor company called 1060 Realty. Don't do it. Don't never rent from that management. It will be your worst mistake ever. As rental IQ 101. Okay? Rental lesson 101. Don't never run from a realty called 1060 Realty. But anyway, um, basically I'm in court with my landlord. There's some repairs that need to be done in my house that my landlord is not doing. And he recently came to my building and like assaulted me. See? He assaulted me. Let me see if y'all can see. Y'all see it? You see? You see my bruise? Okay. So he like recently came to my building and like kind of assaulted me. Um, because he's homophobic. When I moved in, my landlord asked me on the application, "What is my sexuality?" And I laugh at those questions when he asked me that. So I told him that he had nothing to worry about. I'm single. My sexuality at that time wasn't main priority. Well, as time went, I didn't stay single. And I started dealing with my ex. And he found out that I was a lesbian. Why did he find that out? And why did he go there? So he became very, very upset. He's Indian. And he's one of those red wearing dot in the forehead Indians. Okay. So he became like real upset. Like, he's like, oh, in my culture, that's a sin. You know, in my country, you would get killed for that. A whole bunch of stuff. And, I got to him like, look, this is a goddamn America. Okay? I can be who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with it, that's too bad. He was like, well, I don't want my children seeing that. I'm asking you, can you move? And I'm like, I am not moving. That's discrimination. Telling somebody they can't live somewhere because of their sexuality. That is discrimination. Okay. So he, went on. Finally, he went to the procedure as finding a reason to evict me. We're in court right now. I basically don't care, because I know I'm not in the wrong, but it's the fact that it's time consuming. Okay. So anyway, he calls me tonight and he's like, "Oh, can I speak to?" Right? And I'm like, "Yeah, this is me. How can I help you?" He's like, "Well, I know this is kind of late for me to be calling you, but I couldn't sleep. I had this on my mind." And I'm like, "Okay, what's the problem?" You know, I think what you're doing is undignifying. I said, undignifying? I said, okay. Well, what do you mean? He was like, I have small children. And I believe if I don't want my children around something, then the other person should understand that. And I'm like, well, I do understand that you may not want your children around certain things in life or whatever. But telling me to move because of my sexuality is discrimination. And if I'm going to have to move, I want the government, meaning the court system, to tell me I have to move. Because then I will be able to have the biggest lawsuit in the United States. And once I get paid, I ain't going to have to worry about landlords like you who has a problem with my sexuality. I like, he, I guess he felt offended with what I said. And he went into cursing me out, calling me all kinds of nigga bitches, telling me that if he sees me, he's gonna run me over, that I need to be stoned, and things of that sort. Now, what I'm asking for Downing Link to do is, how would you handle a situation like that? For all my people out there that lives alone, that has, who's lesbians or whatever, have lesbian friends, ask them, how would you deal with this if you had a landlord like this? Would I be wrong if I was to fucking take a gun and shoot him? Would I be wrong if I set his fucking building on fire? You know, electrical fires is not that hard to set. You know, would I be wrong? You know, tell me. I'm so like fucking upset. Like, I'm mad. I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm so fucking mad. Like, I can choke the shit out of him right now. Like, how the fuck are you to tell me I can't lift some fucking way because I lick fucking pussy? Huh? Then you lick pussy too. So what about if I said you can't live somewhere? Huh? You know, these fucking Indians. I don't get it. I really don't.